entities and the forces behind digital ID. I've mapped it out. The top four are the UN, the WEF, the World Bank, and the ID 2020. Let me take you through it. So the first main culprit who kind of started a lot of this is the United Nations. They have Sustainable Development Goals, and in 16.9, they state by 2030, they want to provide legal identity for all, including birth registration. These UN agencies want to frame digital ID as necessary to participate in the digital economy to access services. This is how they're going to lock you in. Now, the UN is working closely with the World Bank. The World Bank has a program called Identification for Development, or ID4D. This promotes biometric digital ID systems for low and middle income countries. They're always going to start with them because it's easier to get them to comply and to roll it out. And they'll gradually work their way up to the first world countries. The top donors of this program, the usual suspect, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the UK government, the French government, Norway, and the Ahmadiyar Network. This was created by the eBay founder. They call it a philanthropy, but they have a goal to hardwire humanity toward a digital future. That sounds lovely, doesn't it? ID4D, it has a partnership with the United Nations and the WEF and the Euro Commission and the GSMA. This was an interesting one. It is the Global System for Mobile Communications. It is an association, a nonprofit, that represents mobile network providers' interests. It's a digital ID for your phone that'll eventually progress probably to a microchip that is implanted in you. Step one, get it on the phones, get you used to having a digital ID on your mobile phone. And so the GSMA is part of this whole partnership. Next, we come over to the WEF, the World Economic Forum. They are considered the main thought leader when it comes to digital ID, and the WEF sets the global agenda for the frameworks of what they roll out. Now, you can look through their white papers and the reports. I've listed them here if you want details. Now, one thing to note with the WEF, Larry Fink, it's probably a name you've heard of, especially when it comes to the Trump administration. He is a board member of the WEF, but he also happens to be the CEO of BlackRock, and he also is part of Trump's inner circle. Trump has aligned himself with the technocrats, the billionaires, the globalists. Trump will be part of rolling out the digital ID. He's not going to stop it. The last entity is ID 2020. This is a US-based NGO alliance. It's a nonprofit. Okay, it was formed in 2014. Again, this goes back years and years and years in the planning. Their goal is to promote privacy-protecting digital ID that's aligned with the UN Strategic Development Goal. This ID 2020, this alliance, is a public-private partnership with all the major corporations. We're talking your big tech corporations, your big healthcare organizations, your big IT infrastructure organizations, your big financial institutions as well. I just listed out a few, but I wanted to highlight Microsoft, Accenture, Gavi Vaccine Alliance, and MasterCard. So out of ID 2020, Gavi and MasterCard, and Gavi is the Vaccine Alliance, they partnered to create a digital vaccine record to track children in underdeveloped countries. It uses MasterCard's technology. Gavi is the vaccine passport part of the digital ID. Gavi has an alliance with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the WHO, UNICEF, and World Bank, and others. Now, Gavi says clearly that digital ID innovation is central to its mission. Digital ID identification is central to the mission of a vaccine alliance. Let that sink in. The next partnership that came out of ID 2020 is Microsoft and Accenture, founding alliance partners of ID 2020. Together, they built a blockchain-based identity prototype using biometrics and blockchain to give undocumented people digital ID. And of course, there will be many more steps to come where all the infrastructure railways are aligned to connect everything you do, say, are, buy, sell, whatever, online, whatever is digital, it's all connected to you. But these are the four main players behind it: the UN, the World Bank, the WEF, and ID 2020. Are the